awesome, uncensored, jaw-dropping information, plus funny memes, good deeds, and loads of laughter. Kind of have it all. Ladies and gentlemen, if your soul is awake, then welcome, because you're in the right place. All right, you divine lions and lionesses, this is a particularly special, if not one of the greatest, most informational, inspirational shows across over 800 of them on the Sovereign Soul Show. Tonight, myself, Brad Watto, joined once again by Michael Jaco, a space program, super soldier, and SEAL Team 6 legend in the Navy, then as CIA for 11 years, used remote viewing to find Osama bin Laden and sent in his old team to go get him. Michael is going to share a story tonight about being a super soldier and on SEAL Team 6 and the Star Trek technology that was used in both programs, from medbeds which regrew limbs and regressed age, now available on Earth to help mankind. These are backed up by patents. Some of this is released and some of it is about to be released. Plus, you may even see William Shatner in a cameo on our show tonight. Share this with everybody, get this out there, and hey, the future is now. Thanks to David Schmidt, LifeWave, one of America's most prolific inventors with 200 patents. If you've not heard about this before, it will blow you away. Clean energy, free energy, reversing aging. Watch this show, share it, get it everywhere. We'll see you soon. And that soon is right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man, not a myth, and he is an absolute legend, Michael Jaco, back here on the show. Michael, you are a freaking hero at so many realms, and thank you for your service, and thank you for doing the show again. It's an honor.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. It's an honor being back on your show. You're crushing it out there. You get some really good guests. Looking forward to talking with you. It's gonna be good.
But thank you. Yeah. Success leaves clues, and you're top of the top. So, kind of stand on the shoulder of giants and look around and see what they do and just kind of walk in those footsteps a little bit and blaze a little bit of a path to the side of my own rights in the shadow. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We're on YouTube. We're live on Facebook and, of course, on Rumble. Lots of people in the chat already on Rumble. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Super soldier might be something that a lot of you haven't really heard described before. And like 6 years ago, Michael was on Gaia Studios. We've got a clip from Greg Braden we'll show here later on in the show, everybody. And Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, George Norrie, a lot of these names are known at Gaia, Emery Smith. And so Michael was brought on to Cosmic Disclosure to discuss his time as a super soldier in the space program, and was even regressed during that, which came with a lot of information. And I think that's a great place to start. Like, what is a super soldier? Because medbeds we know are real. Mm-hmm. Trump was truthing about them even like 3 weeks ago on Saturday. Teasing everybody. Like, here it is. I had a personal meeting 5 months ago at General Valley at the request of somebody who has said all this technology, which you have shared on the Space Soldier program, on the Gaia program, and Laura Eisenhower, said he's been working in those labs for 50 years nearly in the US. And then this is all about to come out. And we are actually with the company that's bringing it forth, in my opinion, from the downloads given to David Schmidt himself personally. So I know it's a lot for everybody to digest, but let's start with Super Soldier and SEAL Team 6. Thank you again for all your service. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, SEAL teams, working my way up, went to SEAL Team 6, Tier 1, did combat action, and then eventually left, started my own program where I was teaching people how to do hand-to-hand and remote viewing and all that kind of stuff. And then I went, started work for the CIA, and then, developed my skills to a very high level. During this time, even as a little kid, I was having these crazy visions and thoughts of, these programs. I used to watch, Star Trek, and I loved Star Trek. I watched all the shows as a little kid. And when they were first coming out, I was always attracted to it. There was other like sci-fi programs that were out. Johnny Quest was like a cartoon type thing. I was really into that. Oh, you remember that too? So, and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. So I I've had memories of being part of like these undersea programs as well. So I would hear like Kerry Cassidy would have people come out and they would talk about, super soldier stuff. And I was like, I have memories of that. So all that stuff that I was having as a kid come through, and these visions and waking visions of stuff, it was, creeping through my consciousness. Some of that was, I think, because I was experiencing that simultaneously.
Yep.
And that's my memories of it. I was not like, they took me in, like some people were talking about 20 and back. I'm still out there experiencing it. They basically took a piece of me, and I agreed to it. My mother agreed to it. I have memories of this. And they, if your consciousness agrees to it, they can replicate it.
Yeah.
Clone-like, but like if you were in the womb and you had a twin or a triplet or quadruplet, whatever. So they would take a piece of my mother and a piece of me, and they would replicate me. So there's programs like that out there. I've heard some people kind of allude to that, but that's some of the memories that came through. So when I heard from these super soldiers, I was like, I have some memories of that. And then eventually these memories started to pile up, and people would approach me. It's like, you're a super soldier, don't you? And I was like, what? And I was like, are they like trying to tease me into like talking crazy or something? But yeah, I think I am. So eventually it got to the point where in some of my regressions, so I did past life regressions and so forth. And in some of those regressions, I had the person that regressed me was like, let's go into this. And because I know you've been talking about that. So I started to have memories of these programs come out. And then on Gaia, like you talk about, the number one best regressor of super soldiers or people that have memories, she came in and regressed me. And like, it was like a flood of information came through. She just knew how to, because she'd worked with thousands of people. She knew how to just open that door of consciousness. And then that flood of information came through. So, I've talked about on that show, and we've talked about how, having, weapon systems that are like incredibly high tech that your consciousness connects to, and you shoot them, and the beings that we fight, all kind of crazy stuff. Rock men. I remember fighting rock men. They were the hardest ones to fight because our weaponry systems didn't quite work with them. Had a certain consciousness where they could connect with you, and like they would trick you. So you had to learn how to overcome that. So your consciousness had to be at a certain level. Your consciousness could connect with flying machines, spacecraft, and you would think, and it would move, and it would go invisible, and it would go through portals, and all kinds of crazy stuff started to come through. And it was stuff that I would hear other space program, super soldier type stuff. And before they would finish the sentence, I would go, blah, 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 blah. And my wife would be there, and she's like, wow, it's crazy. So I'm like, I don't know how I know that. But then eventually I got to the point where okay, I'm obviously part of that program. So stop doubting and let the information come through. So the information started coming through, and I just was able to really tap into all that stuff, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. They're calling you right now. Don't disclose anymore, Michael. That's what's happening.
I know. Let me go hang that up. Jesus.
Yeah, for sure. No worries. And it's great to see everybody in the chat. Hey, thanks everyone on YouTube. You got Fred, Art, Liv Younger, Shelly. That's fantastic. Appreciate you guys there too. Australia in the chat, and Carabruco, Butterlies, Canada. Wonderful to see everyone rocking it from all across the world once again, and then also on X. So that's pretty amazing. One of the discussions that you shared, Michael, back then is how you remember that you were blown up as a super soldier, and the consciousness has a period of time, it doesn't leave the body, and it can come back, and it can actually put that back together. And remember, everybody, not only are we talking about the super soldier, what was, we are here on the show disclosing what is, and also just in a matter of months is about to come. Greatest time to be alive in all of human history, at least probably in the last couple thousand years since Christ walked the earth, in my opinion. So
yeah,
this is absolutely amazing, and it all correlates together. So tell that story if you don't mind. Like that is
yeah. So I have a lot of those, and we could go down this route in a lot of different directions of how I've been like a dolphin man, all kind of crazy stuff. So they can rearrange your DNA. You can connect with all kind of crazy stuff. But when you're in this program, they have your DNA, because there's always the possibility you get blown to smithereens. So I was, again, fighting the Rockmen. We're on some moon somewhere, and my team, I was confident that we were getting them, because my whole team, our consciousness levels were working together, because you have to work together to defeat these guys. They're so powerful. Yeah, you have to hit them from certain different angles. So we're defeating them. We drive them down underground and tunnel systems, and so we're fighting them through the tunnel systems. And somehow I get separated, and so you have to work together to defeat them. So once I'm separated, they're like, so they came in and I got blown to bits. Wow. And I remember I was hit in this side of my head, and this side of my head was blown away. So I died. And so, in the system that when you die, your soul is going to leave, but consciously to stick around, because they're going to put you back together. And that's what they did. They took me back. They put me into this wet chamber, and I'm in this chamber, and they start to reconfigure through my DNA. They put it all back together, and they didn't have to take in any other part, put it on. You just reconfigure yourself. Mm-hmm. So you regenerate, kind of like a frog. You cut a piece of frog off and it regenerates, or salamander, or whatever. So that's what you do, but you're hooked up to wires and stuff, and you're in a fluid type stuff that has all the stuff your body needs to regenerate itself. So I have memories of that, and that happened to me several times. I was blown up, lost limbs and stuff like that. Almost everybody in secret space programs like that. All right. Wow. Now they have millions of people that are in that program, but as a super soldier, you're fighting some crazy stuff. You're arachnoids and all kind of crazy stuff. They're some of the worst too. The spider beings. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of craziness out there. A lot of people, if they can get a piece of you, no matter how small, they can put it in the regenerative tank, and they have the DNA. It's all like AI type thing, and they just reconfigure you. So that's an amazing thing. And then so as long as it's done within a certain period of time, less than a month, your soul goes back into your body, reconfigures with your body, and then once you're regenerated, you have the memory of that. Unfortunately, it's pretty traumatic. Then you have to go through a process of overcoming that trauma, but then boom, you're out there kicking ass again. So that's one of the things I remember. And so I think that's one of the things that really attracts me to the LifeWave technology, because there's very similar type things, and some of the technology that's coming out is very similar. There's a water machine that's coming out that basically puts light in your body. I've been using it myself, and it's unbelievable. I've had some healings in certain places. It's definitely that tank that I was in, because the tank, like I said, you're in water that's conditioned, and it feels like that LifeWave water is like that. And I've gotten great results from it. So crazy stuff that we're in right now coming out. Yeah. But don't worry about all the craziness that's going on in the world. Just
focus on this.
Don't get sucked into stupid, and it's going to be amazing consciousness wise, and technologically wise going forward, because the secret space program is out there. They don't interact with us because we're kind of dumbed down. So, but on that that program level, it's everyone out there is waiting for everybody to wake up and break free. So it's very close to coming together, and the technology of, like, everybody wants to, well, we'll have to build the technology to travel. No, it's already there. So advanced in that level, and once everyone reaches a consciousness point where we can make that connection. There's a lot of people on Earth that are ready for that consciousness connection, but we have, Draco reptilian, group that's came in and, took over Earth, and they have to be defeated and moved out and so forth. So until that happens, there's no way that we'll make that connection, because they'll continually destroy and break that connection like they've done in the past.
And one of the ways to make the connection, and you look at Hollywood for everything that they've shown us, whether it's the Star Wars movies to Star Trek, and we've got a little William Shatner clip here coming up with that pertains to this. And then Mandalorian, if anybody watched the Mandalorian series, whenever he would get his ass kicked, he'd be back in that tank, right? He's sitting there regenerating himself. Awesome Mandalorian too. All of this has been shown that, once again, it goes back to as your wife calls it, Terry Joe, I love it, God molecule, your DNA, your stem cells. And as Dr. Pamela Lewin has said, MD, 40 years, everybody, amazing woman on our team, she said, it's your stem cells. If it built you, it will heal you. So why isn't it, when we look at, they're building $500 billion AI plant in Abilene, Texas right now, right? Palantir and all those guys, and Open Chat AI. And all of the things we've seen, Tony Robbins 8 years ago sitting down with an AI robot in Saudi Arabia that is nearly sentient, and having conversations with him that this could not be here. Well, guess what? We're talking about patents that exist now, technology that exists now, that we're also using now, that activates your stem cells. It activates a 30-year genome and better. And water from heaven, biblical. We'll talk about that over the next 40 minutes too, that Michael just alluded to. And then the ability to regrow limbs. The inventor, LifeWave David Schmidt, you'll see. And I think I'll start with the clip of him last year at conference, Mike, just sharing his vision about how, again, his nickname was Spock in college. He loved Star Trek. And now William Shatner is showing up at headquarters they're all hanging out together. So, I'm kind of teasing ahead for anybody who hasn't seen this, but it is like,
and then the guy that developed all the sets for Star Trek, he's came into the company and he's built out the headquarters, and there's like a tour there. I'm doing the tour since the beginning tomorrow. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Man, yeah, and that's where you are. That's where Michael is. You don't see the normal, ocean behind him, beautiful trees behind him. He's in Utah about to tour the headquarters. So I'm going to share a clip with the man we're talking about, who's making all this possible. And yes, clean, free energy, regrowing limbs possible, etc. And it's here now. Activate your stem cells and restore your DNA for like a freaking Starbucks a day. Here now. So this is why Big Pharma has also been suppressing this company. And it started out with the SEAL team programs 20 years ago. So here's David last year describing his mission for what he wants the world to be, how he wants to levy upon the world and leave this legacy to expand consciousness through God and his company. Here it is, a minute, 58-second clip.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago. That information already existed. God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was good. Good stuff.
So you've been in his labs, you've had him on your shows a few times before, and then just at the conference 2 weekends ago, what would you think the world needs to know about this man, Michael?
Yeah, he's next level Tesla. Tesla, I guess, got involved with the bad crowd, and they stole his information. We never really got to utilize it, but David Schmidt has brought that information out to everybody. He started in the military and black projects, but fortunately, they couldn't control him, or they didn't feel that they wanted his technology in there or whatever. So he brought it out to the world. So the world gets this technology that would have been, and he was even more advanced than the technology that was out there already. And he was with the most technologically advanced groups. And I've talked to him about this. So he was pushing into levels that they weren't ready to go, because they were had all their stuff and they're making money on it, because they're controlling everything. And here comes a guy that's is going to take their technology way beyond. And they're like, no, you go work with these guys over here, these SEAL guys, So, wow. And then eventually they just basically said, all stop. We're not going to use your stuff anymore. So he struggled, got it out. His business had ups and downs, but he was able to survive. Now I can tell you that now that he's done really well and he's revealing all this stuff to lots of people. Yep. They're trying to take him down again, right? They're trying to, sabotage his work, and they've done it on a couple occasions, but he's been able to, like me, survive, because they've tried to take me out quite a few times too. So there is a massive amount of information that he has available. I've been to his laboratory. His technology is so far beyond all the stuff that I saw when I was in the SEAL teams. It would, in the wrong hands, it would be bad. Mm-hmm. But he's been very clever. He's been very good about not having it go there and having it for humanity for good. So we're very fortunate about that. I think it's getting ready to really break out. Yeah, because I think humanity is right at the point of really breaking out. And all of the control factors, the globalist control system and so forth is being shattered, breaking, and we're moving forward. So here you have RFK using the X39. And he's with this one guy named Ike. You see that one giant standing there? I did a workout with him. If I known you wanted those pictures, I would have them ready, but they're all buried a bunch. But I did a workout with him as well, and it was a pretty amazing guy, and he's using the patches as well. And he was amazed at what I was doing, as a 65-year-old. So RFK Jr. there, probably 67 there, 68, I don't know. So those old guys, staying young, reversing the aging process through LifeWave. So that's the technology that we have. Methuselah and all, you hear all these biblical, and David Schmidt at the last LifeWave conference talked about all that. How all, the Bible has all of these ancient guys, and there was a point where it went down, and that was where our ability to, live long lives was interrupted by this evil group.
Like telomeres being capped, right?
Yeah, telomeres. Our 12-strand DNA, reduced to like 1 or 2 strands, and now it's being activated 12-strand again. So we're all, like a lot of people have talked about, there's 1,000 years of peace that's coming, but how does that peace come unless your consciousness is raised that you can handle that peace? Because we've been programmed to believe that everything has to be war, but it doesn't. I mean, look at COVID. During the COVID lockdown, there was no war. There was no nothing. So
good point.
They had complete control, and they were happy with that. They didn't have to have war, but soon we won't have any wars. Yeah.
Well, and for anybody who hasn't heard what X39 is, and you saw that image of RFK Jr. here, again, this is the patch that when you're, and here's an image of it up there on the screen with the man who had pretty much his hand sliced off. And this is 8 weeks after wearing the patch post-op, healing the scars, right? So with Celergize AM, we can say it all natural, comes from LifeWave 2. I'm actually drinking some in the glass of water right now. Nice. It activates all your stem cells. Yeah, exactly. I've got 3 bottles with me. So I literally had a suitcase. I got checked with me.
And now
3 bottles of Celergize.
Yeah, so the Celergize PM, which supports your nighttime patches and gives you better sleep and everything. And it's like the next level of the, because he talked for years about all of the supplements you should use. Yeah. But he didn't have any. He looked for years, and at one point they were going to do like a multivitamin pack with all the stuff in it, and they're like, nah, let's just make it into a drink. And so it's so easy, so fantastic. A lot of us are getting great results from it, miraculous stuff. So so, and now the PM, like I said, so AM, PM, more and more products are coming out. The next thing I think is a water machine. So it's going to be amazing. Yeah, totally amazing. And if you're cool with it, why don't we go to the William Shatner video, because we're kind of at the midpoint here, so everybody can see where you are, even though not in the exact room. Told William Shatner is going to do a cameo, because remember, everybody, David was inspired by Star Trek. His nickname was Spock in college. He started off with this company with the Navy SEAL teams in a Black Ops project, developing what has now become the X39. Back then it was energy enhancers. And you know what? Now William Shatner is the spokesperson. And Michael and I, thanks to Michael, we're the biggest team in the world 3 years running for this entire product, and what you heard is coming out. So here's William Shatner at LifeWave headquarters. Enjoy this. It's a good laugh.
I've lived a long life. I've done a lot of things, but I've never been an intern.
I'm the founder, sure, but I'm also an inventor. My latest experiment? Hire William Shatner, but as an intern. No way I can afford that guy full-time.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm going to be your trainer for today.
Hi, Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
William Shatner?
Yeah, well, you can call me Bill. Or intern. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's just fine. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of our Welcome Center.
I hear they have something like a captain's bridge in the Welcome Center. Feels like you're traveling through space.
I have an award-winning production designer.
This I gotta see.
For decades, and hey, Bill.
No, please, no sci-fi today. I'm just here as an intern, that's it. I just beamed in. Yeah, I know that look. I get that look whenever I sneak around, and you're sneaking. Go away. I'm busy.
Okay.
Jackpot. You didn't see a thing. He let me in here.
Bill? Captain?
Oh, you gotta get out here. The old intern who looks an awful lot like me, he's messing things up.
But wait, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a sci-fi thing. Come on.
Oh, excuse me. David, was that? Is that in budget?
So good.
Oh,
Here you are. Come on. Back to the group.
people gotta see this.
I know. It's a part of the tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you ready for me? Doug. Bill? Doug? Bill. Doug. Bill. Goodness.
You know Doug Doug?
Do I know Doug? Star Trek designer on props and sets and the spaceships and this?
Came out beautifully, huh?
Oh, Doug is...
Hey, Bill.
Oh,
One of your clones said you're causing trouble.
you're taking the word of a clone?
Personally, I always go with the original.
That's a good idea.
I have a question. Are you really going to be an intern here?
But, yeah, why not? But first, I gotta tell you about the Welcome Center here at the LifeWave offices.
Okay, this is a commercial. Got it.
No. It's a kind of soft sell. No, just a simple suggestion, really. Copy this QR code to learn about LifeWave, its products, and their amazing welcome center, and that's it. I had a great time experiencing their amazing life-changing technology and learning about the opportunities surrounding one of the fastest-growing companies on the planet. And you will too. So check them out, and just tell them Bill sent you. The real Bill, not that sci-fi clone. Oh, okay. Hey, duty calls. Back to intern. Bye-bye.
Oh, that is amazing.
That was great. So I like the president of the company. She comes in and it's like, is that budgeted?
And I've got like who's on third, who's on first, who's on second, like Bill, Doug, Bill, and like Bob, Doug, McKenzie. Who's going to crack the beers and sing it, right? Shout out to all the Canadians in the audience.
Once you've seen the Welcome Center, then you understand all that stuff. But that box that he was in, that's a 3D box that you can hologram. Yeah. So you could, he's done that he's got those boxes all over the world, and he could be like in LifeWave headquarters and go into the box on this side, and project to several different boxes all over the world, and they'll speak the language. He'll speak English in, the box where he's in, but in the box where in Japan, it'll speak Japanese. Or, so it's unbelievable technology. He's really pushed the envelope in a lot of stuff. But it's there at the headquarters. A couple machines there. When I went there the first time, he actually was, I think, in Denmark or something with the drone program, and he was in the box and he was like talking to us. And we'd ask him questions. He was like, "Hey, Mike," and then we'd ask him questions, and he would answer the questions. It was pretty impressive.
It's wild. That's wild. So soon, no more Zooms, live streams like this, because we'll all be step into our box and our holograms are going to be beamed around to each other.
Yeah. Hologram,
just like the space program, just like being a super soldier. It's all here. It's here now.
It'll be like the transporter. You could like beam in someplace if you want. That's the next level.
Yeah. Well, it's I just celebrated 2 years thanks to you guys and you and Tracy Joe. She texted here when that movie was playing, saying, "Make sure and she's holding the Starship Enterprise together, as she says. So, kudos to you, Tracy. She's watching right now. Thanks to you and your wife. I had a healing miracle with these patches, and people find that kind of miracle mundane when I start talking about my molar. And so these patches regrew my molar. And everybody, there is a university professor in University of Calgary about 10 years ago. He used frequency on jaws and proved that you could regrow teeth. So when my left molar 2 years ago, Christmas Eve, I'm down in South America, and it basically almost came completely out, had a lot of infection, can't do anything in South America over Christmas for 10 days. So they said, do the wallpaper method with the patch, which is put all of them on that I had. And 8 weeks later, I was able to chew steak, chew hamburgers and whatnot. So these regrow my molar. And we've had people that have had their eyesight restored with this because, once again, we're talking about wearable med beds. X39, that with Celergize activates all your stem cells. And, you know, I mean, they regrew you in the space program. And then we have people like this little boy who over 8 weeks after having his fingertip chopped off, unfortunately, in a camping trip in Germany, and his parents said, nine, the doctor said, we can't do anything. And they're like, no, we're holding on the fingertip, just sew it back together. And he had 100% nerve regrowth, movement, and no evidence of scarring. And these miracles, by the way, are daily amongst our team. Daily amongst our team. So maybe if you got 2 minutes before we talk about what's to come, and then the Greg Braden video, Michael, and Code of Creation, I'll talk about that too before you go. Maybe just talk a little bit about what these patches have done for you in your own injuries and what you're doing now, like you alluded to, working out at 65 and crushing records.
Yeah. So I have this amazing ability. They call me the Wolverine. So I'm like, oh, that's good because I heal. So, and it's funny, they call me that. And they didn't, kind of like, they called, David Schmidt Spock. And he's very creative. He's got all this intellect. So they've been calling me Wolverine. They call me, Cyber Man and cloned and all kind of crazy stuff, is super soldier, all these things before I was even aware of any of that. So, I have the ability to do incredible things over my life. But, as you age, you start to lose your edge. And the stem cells start to, deteriorate. And the LifeWave patches have come in. I had like injections, stem cell injections a couple times, very pricey. Probably what I paid for one of these injections was probably what I paid for all the stem cell technology with LifeWave for the last 3 years, all of it. So, and still some left over if I'd been using it. I wish I had, but it didn't have that much of effect. But I've been using the LifeWave patches. I haven't had to have any problems with that. I did like a bodybuilding contest like 5 years ago. To work up to that, I had this dream of doing like 1,000-pound leg press. I did 1,000-pound leg press, and I went on to win a bodybuilding contest. NPC too, which is really hard. They're the hardest ones to win. So have had great physique and everything, and then COVID came, and everything kind of collapsed for everybody, right? So several years later, I'm using the LifeWave patches. Things were deteriorating. Started using LifeWave patches. I got like regenerated, and I went in and did like not only 1,000 pounds, but another 110 on top of that, like crazy amounts of weight, and that was just less than a year ago. Wow. So I'm 65 now, and at 64, I was doing even more, way more than I did. The most I ever did when I was younger, like in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, was 500 pounds.
Holy.
So, when you have the focus, because I was always on the go as a SEAL and CIA and stuff like that, I didn't have the time to focus. So when I had the focus time, I was able to do that 1,000-pound leg press. But like I said, everything deteriorated. I couldn't work out in the gym for like years. And then eventually when that started happening again, I'm using the LifeWave patches. and I go back and I'm like, let's see what I can do now. So not only did I do 1,000, I did even more. So and had shoulder problems. That's relieved. All kind of crazy stuff. Doing leading SEAL PTs for years. Kind of deteriorated the shoulders. That's what the stem cell injections were supposed to help. It was only temporary help, and then once the LifeWave patches started coming in, now I don't have any problems with it. I do crazy amounts of weight again. I think when I was doing the 1,100 pound leg press, I did the most in bench that I've ever done. Like I have this one special bar that I use that calculates how much you're pressing. I think it was well over 500 pounds, almost 600 pounds press. So there's the sky's the limit with these patches. That, like we're talking about, they're not only are they regenerating, but if you're focused in certain areas, there's other patches that you use, the carnosine and the SP6, which help suppress your appetite and help focus you, and so you're not like going crazy with eating. Also, your hormones, the recovery rate, help regenerate tissue around the joints and so forth. So all of these things combined have helped me do incredible things with my workouts. And working out has been that's what my life has all been about ever since I was a little kid. I've loved to work out. The great stress reliever for me. If I can't work out, you don't want to be around me. Just kidding. What kind of?
Yeah. Kind of imagine. Tracy Joe's in chat says I activated him. So yeah, and that's what I like about you guys too. You're a perfect example of divine masculine.
She's like that masculine feminine balance,
Oh,
so she's definitely helped direct me in a lot of different ways, a lot of positive ways.
Oh yeah, 100%. Before I go to the Greg video, I want to share with everybody, just a week or so ago, somebody that just got the patches from us, and again, links are below the description, or you see a QR code on the screen. And Ross Marie C is the name here on the handle on Rumble, and said this: I've been using X39 for 2 months. I just added X49 2 weeks ago. I'm already noticing more muscle, less fat. Also, the EMFs are having less impact on my sleep. I hear this all the time, which is awesome. And said that Diane Horvath's pictures are impressive. And then asked a question that we answered about possible growing 3 inches of hair in 2.5 months and changed color. And to answer that for everybody, right, because of the anti-aging effects that the patches have, they are patented biophoton therapy patches, which means we give off UV light, right? We have rainbow colors of light in our body. You can see it in Cerulean photography and auric light. So all it is the X39 activates the frequency we're currently giving off, which activates copper peptides in our body. You can go to copperpeptidebreakthrough.com. I've got that link below. You can see half a century research. So I just call this like a satellite dish for our body, right? Yeah. Size of a quarter, thin as a few hairs. It's non-invasive. There's nothing that gets injected. There's nothing that gets absorbed in your body. And so you take it off, usually put it right behind the back. Right now, I am healing my psoas on my left side right now from a little injury surfing last week, which was awesome. And so I've got the X39 right down there healing my muscles. I get the energy and then the benefits of the additional fat burning between that and X49 I'm wearing. So really amazing stuff for everybody to experience these days. And you wear it under your clothing and nobody even knows before you go to bed. Take it off. Pretty awesome. Greg Braden, you've had him on the show. He is in the movie that's coming out very shortly. You, Tracy Joe, a number of our team in California, and 10,000 other people got to watch the preview of Code of Creation. Amazing. Mickey Willis. My goodness, what a beautiful, because if anybody didn't catch it with David in his video that I played in the early part of this show, this is a man who still goes to Bible study, who decoded scripture from the Bible, and by decoding that scripture and matching it up to harmonic frequencies, created the water machine, which has over 20 patents issued or pending. Water that's never been seen before on Earth. and also a new element that doesn't exist on the periodic table. And it came directly from scripture, biblical passage, leveraged gematria, then found the harmonic resonance to it and built the water machine, which is, many people say, water from heaven. I say it's biblical for sure. You've been leveraging as well. And Greg Braden has a message for everybody about the divinity. So I'm going to play this video. It's about a minute, and it's actually been pulled from many places. So you can only get it from Inside Gaia. I think YouTube pulled it. So here it is, everybody. We'll see if the YouTube channel stays up after this. Greg Braden on this incredible code of creation.
Was in one of the most obscure and ancient of the texts, a book called the Sefer Yetzirah. It is a Hebrew text that has only been translated a couple of times with a couple of authors into English. It's so mysterious, George, that very few scholars even want to talk about it because they don't know what to say about it. The bottom line to what the text is saying is that through language, humankind was created. They talked about the power of the letters of very specific alphabets. When I followed the instructions in a 3,000-year-old text and then I applied it to the periodic table, it's literal. God internal within the body. And God that is depicted in DNA is actually spelled the way that the name of God was spelled in the ancient text before it was removed.
And they removed it. And there it is. Yeah. Tell us about the code of creation and the clean, free energy devices, as well as any other things you're able to share, since many of us have not seen the movie yet. It hasn't been made public at the moment.
Yeah, so I've had the privilege to have done a couple of shows and spoken with Greg Braden. He is another one of those gifts to humanity. His consciousness and the way he interprets. Like you saw there, scripture and so forth. He does incredible research. So it's basically talking about the water machine and the problem that we face with bioweapon attack on your systems with that shot thing that went in everybody's arm. So that they talk about that and how that is basically transforming the body into something that's like really not human anymore. Yep. So you have a lot of experts that come in and talk about it throughout the show. And they talk about how the water machine is overcoming that and transforming us, not only saving us from that, but also transforming us into higher consciousness beings. So pretty impressive. When you watch the movie, you're going to be in tears. It's amazing.
It really is. Yeah. And again, it's not out yet. LifeWave's got on the website. David's an executive producer, Code of Creation, and Mickey Willis, if everybody knows that name, and LifeWave will be a household name by the end of this year. And that's right around the corner, 2025 turning into 2026. Mickey Willis did Plandemic and The Great Awakening, and he generated, last time I checked, over 3 billion views between those two documentaries, and that was done during lockdowns and ultimate suppression of free speech and censorship. So that man as well, and his team and his wife, Mickey's wife, are 100% here, divine by God, to make sure this message gets out, to literally stop the genocide that's going on the planet, to halt it, reverse it, and upgrade everybody. Which I believe is going back to biblical times, uncap our telomeres of that 110, 120 years. And now we can go out to that 900,000 years that's been written everywhere at a minimum. Thoth went to 16,000 years alone in the Emerald Tablet text as well. So this is all coming. And very, very shortly, the documentary will drop. So if you're following us on our list, as soon as it drops, we're going to let everybody know, because it'll probably be on all the streamer channels. Did they update in terms of that, Michael? I'm not too sure. Is that going to be on Amazon, Netflix, or are we still? It's going
to be something like that. They didn't specify. I guess they're still working out the details of it. But something like a Netflix or Amazon, probably it's going to be available. You purchase it, and then it's yours or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be everybody's going to want to see that.
Mm-hmm. All over the world.
Hundreds of millions of views all over the world, if not a billion, or more. So, like you said, it's going to be a household name soon. So we're always trying to, invigorate everybody, invigorate their consciousness, because I think if your consciousness is invigorated, you'll know that the LifeWave products are for you, and they're for humanity. Humanity will do exceptional things going forward. A lot of people are waiting for the med bed. The med bed is here. It's in the LifeWave patches.
Yeah. It's in the sleeve that you get for 30 days. And this is it. Here's your wearable med bed right on your body. It heals the kid's fingers, heals the guy's arm mostly chopped off, and 8 weeks post surgery. No, he's got all his nerves back. He's got no evidence of scarring. Heals you, heals me. We've got women in their 60s and 70s that are going to the DMV. They can see 20/20. They no longer have to wear glasses after decades. And the other cool thing too is I'm part of Michael's team. We are all here together to support the world. So we are brand partners that share this. So you think about that, what is amazing, rather than going to a CVS pharmacy or going to a grocery store to buy something like this and have no idea how to leverage it, and then get the free energy cells, which are coming, which were showcased in the video, for your vehicles and homes. Everybody would go through you as a brand partner, and we are all here, and there's a huge team behind us. Sunday nights, we have our Doc Talk calls, which are all private. Mondays, miracles in the morning and shows at night. Business builders, Fridays, Michael runs that every Friday as well. Our team joins on that. Plus, every single day, there's things going on to adjust for European time. So there's companies all over the world. The patches are all over the world for $99 in the US. Good old Gretzky number 99. You can get at my wholesale pricing discount at the link that you see on the screen, or the QR code, or wherever is you're seeing this or hearing this from as well. So a super soldier, SEAL Team 6 legend, CIA legend, and a legend now at LifeWave, 3 years running, largest team, best team in the world. Michael, and you're at headquarters almost now. You're there tomorrow again. Mm-hmm. What do you see over the next 6 months to 12 months projecting on this company as it relates to humanity and what it's going to do for all mankind, sentient life too, pets and horses as well?
Yeah, we've been talking about the stem cell technology, the regenerative factor, the energy enhancement, and all the amazing things that the new water machines are coming out. But there's also the incredible factor of compensation that you can get from sharing the LifeWave, like we've done. A lot of people have benefited, and I hear hundreds, thousands of people tell me how grateful they are that I shared this product. I'd love to see more people share it, because that means there's going to be more people that benefit. So in your magical circle of people, and then expanding that, and they share. That's the beauty of this product. More people can share it and then benefit. The compensation plan, there's a new compensation plan that just came out that more people can benefit sooner. 65% of people start seeing some kind of benefit monetarily from sharing the product. So there's not only the incredible part of becoming younger over time by using it, exactly. Regenerating wounds and so forth, heal faster. People that are in their 80s that fall, that used to be like a showstopper, and maybe even a death warrant, death certificate for someone when they fell. Older, 80s, 90s. We've had a lot of people that fall, and it's just like no biggie. It's that for a lot of elderly, these people are not elderly anymore. I see these people
going to pickleball,
and they look 20 years younger. I'm like, that's one of the things that really motivated me to get on these patches, because I saw all the people that were using it. They look incredible, and the light So like you and everyone that's been using the patches, I see all the people that have been using the patches for a period of time.
Mm-hmm. Their aura is glowing.
They're beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. The light from within is stunning. So that's I think this is why God shared this with David Schmidt, so that we could share it, we could benefit from it, and then share it. So there are great benefits not only from using it but also from sharing it.
Amen to that. And I know, Michael, you've got another show to go to right now, so I just want to thank you very much for being here. And everybody, it turns out we had issues streaming this to Rumble, so for those who are hearing this on YouTube, it'll be posted to my Rumble right after this. And we have another Tier 1 veteran, as Michael leaves the show and drops off here in a minute, Colonel Chuck Sellers, former Deputy Commander of Delta Force, sharing his success story as we leave this show. This man retired because of an injury. And as he says in his own words, I couldn't jump with my men and go fight or lead again the way I wanted to. So I put in my paperwork to retire. Yeah. And this got him out of pain, 19 years of pain and problems with mobility in 8 minutes. He wore the patch. He was out of it in 8 minutes. And Michael just had a Navy SEAL, he and his wife, Tracy Joe, patched, who is on his back for 10 years, missed 10 years of his kids' lives due to injuries, and he was walking without a cane later that evening. So these are the wearable med beds, and they're available now. Michael, I'll let you go to the next show, and thank you so much for all of your service, all of your support, your friendship, you, Tracy Joe, and everybody who's in the chat on YouTube here and all the other social channels. Stay tuned for these special messages from Colonel Chuck Sellers and his wife, Michelle. Mahalo, everyone.
Thanks, Brad. Amazing show. Thanks,
Michael. You too.
Hey, dear soul, if you know anybody who needs deep healing, has pain, hard time sleeping, stay tuned for these messages from Colonel Chuck Sellers, the former Deputy Commander of Delta Force. It is powerful and literally may help change your life to revitalize energy, activate stem cells, and live younger, reverse aging.
I'm telling you, Michelle will tell you because she watches me, okay? So, you saw me, Brad, that time when my back was so bad. You remember you were here.
Yep.
And you said, we got to do something. Well, my left knee is destroyed. I mean, it's totally rebuilt, and then 5 operations.
But you have to tell about your back.
And my back is a disseminated idiopathic skeletal hyperostosis, DISH disease, which is a degenerative back disease that's genetically passed down. But what it leads to is total calcification of the spine.
And so jumping out of airplanes just made it come quicker.
Yeah, I didn't know that I had it until 2002, after I'd been in the Army for 24 years. Wow. And jumping and all of the parachute jumping and the opening shock and everything. So when I was, 48 when I got out, something like that.
And one application of the patch later.
We went to a rodeo on Saturday, our first day.
Literally, we went to a rodeo on Saturday.
And it was maybe 6 to 7 hours. And he wasn't slumped over, and he could handle it.
No pain.
It was pretty incredible.
That was the first day. That was your first day wearing them.
That was the first day.
Wow.
That was the first day I got on.
We're only doing...
Are you wearing X39 too, or just IceWave?
No, just IceWave right now.
The way we did it, I've only done the IceWave.
Yes.
All I have used so far is the IceWave, the 2-patch thing. And I'm doing it just over 3 days now. I find that where I need it, I did try it on the behind the neck.
First day was here.
What really where it helps is to put it right on where it really hurts is my lower back across the pelvis, and I put it on the spine there, and then down on my lower left leg,
down the top of the foot the first day.
So it goes through the bad knee. That's it now. But since I put these things on, that's how I feel. I mean, I'm walking straight. I'm not limping.